What is up, guys? I'm Night Card Fighter, and welcome to this week's episode of CardFighter's Thoughts. Today we're going to episode 17 of CardFight Vanguard G next. If you haven't watched it, I will leave a link in the description below, and so you can go watch it, because there will be spoilers in this episode. And if you don't want it spoiled, then go watch it, come back to me, and we'll talk about it, okay? Also, if you're new to this series, then pretty much what I do is I go over the latest episode of Vanguard, card-based anime, and I talk about it as best I can. This episode, it was very, very good. We have a lot to talk about in the short 15 minutes, or 10 minutes, I don't know. So first off, we're going to go over the actual story of the episode. Pretty much this was very based around Tayo. It was based around Tokuha and Tayo, but literally compared to Tayo, Tokuha was just no point in being there. She was literally just there to, make Tayo's role feel more fulfilling, I guess you could say. But I thought it was really well done. In some parts, there were parts where I thought it could have been better. Like, I want to talk about it, but I can't. I don't really want to spoil it fully. Like there will be minor spoilers, but pardon me. But I don't want to spoil it. I want to spoil it as less I can, at least. But so pretty much this is Tayo trying to win back Kazuma, because as we all know from the last episode, Kazuma lost and is now in the drop zone in the under 20 first round, and pretty much the only way he can get back is if his teammates win. And Tayo has unfortunately been placed up against Tokuha, so yay. But I thought this episode was very well thought out. It was a surprise because honestly I thought Tokuha was going to win. Well, just well done, Jack. Well done. You just spoiled the whole entire thing. Well, I guess it is already been out for a week, so you know. But it was very surprising, to be honest, because knowing Bushiroad, because Tokuha's already lost to Kazumi, I would have thought that they would have at least given her a chance, considering she's one of the main trio in CardFight Vanguard G series. But no, they actually gave Tayo a much bigger role in this episode, and actually gave him the win. So that actually shows that they're developing. It just shows that they're developing the characters even further than just the main three, which is really good too. Because honestly, I thought Tayo didn't stand a chance, but it was very, very surprising. Alright, so before I move on to the next section, pretty much we also get to see a little bit more of Kazumi. He's still a very mysterious character. Well, I guess we are moving on to a different section. So the characters, we'll start with Kazumi. He's a very mysterious character. We still don't know a lot about him, but we're getting bit by bit we are learning about him, because we already know that he has a history with Kazuma. We already know that he has some sort of ability, sort of linked to Psycholia, I believe. We don't know for sure, but it is looking that way, because he acts very similar when Ren was under the influence of Psycholia in Season 1 of Vanguard. So it is looking very similar to Season 1, except, Season 1 didn't have all this, under 20 and all that. It's just full on fight. And, he's still a bit mysterious. There wasn't a lot about him in this episode, but there was enough to feel like him. It makes the series of this. It makes this more predictable in a way. Because there's a part in this episode where Kamui's going up against him. I don't know his name, but he's a link Joker used, and he was in the first season of G for about a short few episodes, and it wasn't really memorable. He didn't really make an impact in the series. Let's just put it like that. But script. He went up against Kazumi, and he just got completely demolished. And he just said it always looked like he was going his way. So that is very similar to Psycholia. He actually knew what was going to happen. The triggers, all his cards were talking to him or something like that. But it also, that is interesting, but it's also kind of disappointing, because we know, this is going to be another thing where the bad guy always wins until the last episode, where, he gets defeated by Chrono, no doubt. But, although the series like plot has become a tiny bit predictable, you know, with like the main bad guy and all that. But it's still a bit interesting because like it's still quite early in the series, so we don't know where it's going to go. And I'm actually looking forward to that because although we all know that, you know, Chrono's going to beat Kazumi at some point, but like it's in between that we don't know what's going to happen. Like for all we know, like he could like blow up the world or something. I don't know. And that's a bit extreme for a card anime, but you know, Yu-Gi-Oh did it or something like that. But I don't know. But it will be interesting to see that. Moving on to the other characters, Tayo impressed me a lot this episode because it shows that he's like improved so much from being this like weak, like underappreciated, just scared character from the first season of G, just to becoming this like, well, not so much a badass, but just someone that you know isn't to be messed with. He may look it, but you mess with him, you're gonna regret it. And the way that he stood up to Tokuhara, the way that he played his cards right, the way that he used his skills was almost flawless. Like there were times where I kind of questioned his abilities, but apart from that, well done, Tayo. You surprised me. You beat Tokuhara. It was very, very good. On Tokuhara, speaking of Tokuhara, kind of disappointing to be honest. She did not really make an impact on this episode. It was like because like pretty much like, she had a subplot I guess in this episode, and it was not like expressed that much, and it just didn't really work. Like it was just outshined by Tayo's Gold Paladins and the way that he's like trying to win for Kazuma's sake, and that was just he completely outshined Tokuhara because like Tokuhara was meant to have this dramatic like sort of like you know, I can't lose again. If I lose again, I'm letting my team down. I'm doing this for Miguel's sake, and it just failed, to be honest. Like Tokuhara has become a very, very weak character in my opinion. Like she wasn't really that strong to begin with when we first saw her, and she's just kind of declined over the series. Like I know there are some people that think she's probably the best character, but I don't know, she just doesn't really make an impression to me anymore. Like Shion makes a bigger impression, to be honest. Well, no, the Trinity Dragon characters make a bigger impression than her because they're actually doing stuff to improve. Like Tokuhara, literally, she just goes away, comes back, like, and we expect like oh yeah, she's back. Like no. But yeah, so that's my opinion on Tokuhara. Have a go at me if you want. I don't care. Anyway, we don't really see that much of Chrono because obviously this is based around Tayo. We do see a tiny bit of Kamui, as I said, but I do feel like that was kind of just wasted. Like it was just literally there just to get a bit more information about Kazumi, which could have been done like a lot more simpler. They could have had an episode about Kamui and him like asking questions between all these fighters, and I just don't think it was like necessary for him to be there. I think it was just literally there just to give information about Kazumi and just to show off the Nova Grappler support for set 10, which I'm not complaining about, but it just felt it could have been executed more. What's the word? Smoothly, like because literally it was just there, gone. Like what was the point? It did not make an impact. It just felt like it was just there, just to advertise Nova Grapplers. Which if you're a Nova Grappler fan, then good for you. But to me, it just felt a waste of like 2 minutes in the episode where they could have used that 2 minutes to explain Tokuhara's subplot a lot more, but it just was a wasted opportunity. So that does it for the characters. Yes, I'm looking at my hand. I have written on my hand. Leave me alone. Alright, the way they executed the cards in this episode that they've shown, Gold Paladins, they did very well. Obviously, this was a Gold Paladin based episode, and they showed off the new Gergwit, they showed off the new Unite support, and it just was really well done, to be honest. They also showed off Neo Nectar, and they showed off Nova Grapplers as well, obviously. But Nova Grapplers, it was all right. They actually showed the new Victor GR, and it was good. It was good. But yeah, for the time they were in there, it was all right. I can see that. But Neo Nectar just they showed the new stride. That was it, and they didn't really explain it that well. She can call 2 or more units, she gains a crit. Like that's it. And I think she gives the unit 2,000 power or something. But apart from that, no, that was the only thing. But yeah, the new Unite support, we've got the new Gurgit Stride, got the new Gurgit Grade 3, and their skills really good, I think. A lot of people are contemplating about the new Gurgit or questioning the new Stride Gurgit because he discards cards superior call. I don't see a problem with that because the way I say it, gold can generate a lot of hand advantage at sometimes, and especially with Gurgit being able to defend like from the deck and from the rear guard now, from the back row. Not a problem, to be honest. But yeah, I am very excited for the new Gold Paladin support. It's going to be expensive, but hey ho, that's that's my hobby. But yeah, that's pretty much all the cards that they've shown and the new cards advertised. And like I said, Neo Nectar could have been so much more, but just wasn't. Animation quality. You think I'd have this like stickered on or something, but no. Animation quality, it was good, but there were times where it just looked very lazy. Like there's a time, I don't want to. I know I say I don't want to spoil it, but there's a point where Tayo's attacking, and it just literally, pretty much, the attack hits, and literally all you see is the Asher sprite literally just fall backwards. That's all it is. No like full on like dramatic thing. It's just that is it, and it's just. I don't know if that was due to laziness or like the lack of like resources, but I feel like that was just messy, to be honest. But yeah, there were other times, but I can't really go into detail due to time. But it was good, especially compared to episode 15, like that. But yeah, very good music. I did pay attention to the music again. Well, it wasn't memorable in some cases. There was a piece when Tokaha first strides, absolutely gorgeous. I don't really know what it was. It was like a mixture of orchestral guitar or something, but really good. If you listen out for it, you'll know exactly what I mean. It was beautiful. Also, I guess kind of with the Victor, with the narrow grapple bit, it was action packed. Being like robots and all that. But very good. I did like the music this time. Again, like I said, there were some pieces that didn't really fit, but one piece I talked about, really, really good. Very well done. The artists should be very proud of that. And pretty much we're going to wrap this up with my thoughts. Overall, I thought the episode was really good. Tokaha and Neo Nectar stuff, it could have been anyone else and it probably would have made the episode a lot better. They could have focused Tokaha around a different episode, and that would have made more of an impact on her character and the actual story. But in this, it was just wasted. Along with Kamui, they could have made a whole episode of that, but I don't know why I'm doing that. But it just seemed wasted just to advertise the cards, to be honest. But along with Tayo's plot, that was really well done. I think it showed that he's developed, he's willing to get stronger. He's determined not to get back down. He's determined to help his team get to the next stage. And yeah, I thought it was very well done with on Tayo's side, but again, along with Tokaha and Kamui, no point whatsoever. So yeah, this has been my review or attempt at a review on episode 17. Let me know if you liked it by leaving a comment down below or liking or disliking the video. I don't know. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Oh, before I leave, I know I keep saying this, I know I sound like a broken record, but deck profiles will be coming as soon as I get a new camera. It's just a lack of money at the moment. I am very sorry. But literally, as soon as I get a new camera, they will be coming, because I don't want to keep doing this once a week, because I know it's probably boring you, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'm trying my best. I am trying my best, I promise you that. So yeah, I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!